In November last, we had a lecture on electricity, and the chairman, in a very interesting speech, said he remembered the time when people were afraid of traveling by electric train or tram and regarded an investment in electrical undertakings as very unwise indeed. He had some anecdotes to tell of the life of the lecturer who formerly represented his native town in Parliament, but owing to being so irregular in his attendance at Westminster, he had to resign his seat, although a man was never better qualified for the work. Several times he had complained of the want of independence of members, showed much indignation at the humiliating position in which he was often placed, and looked upon the routine work of Parliament as very uninteresting. Among other things, one of which was a story of his escapades when a boy. The chairman mentioned that in his youth the lecturer was very regular in his attendance at the local technical school and gained several certificates for science subjects. On the representation of his tutor, a clever man who was responsible for the organization of a large electrical company, the governing director of which was a member of the automobile club. The lecturer specialized in electricity, and now he was one of the foremost lecturers of the day and considered a first class organizer of electrical exhibitions. Para change. The lecturer said electricity is in evidence everywhere, and today it is an indispensable factor in the life of a progressive people. Despite the constant and enthusiastic efforts of electricians, the exact nature of electricity is unknown. Among the reforms for which science is responsible, none has been more singularly beneficial to the race than the application of electricity to the needs of mankind. The reformer is now turning his attention to domestic duties, which are undergoing a revolution in the hands of the electrical engineer. Certainly, the reformation is very slow, and it is very unfortunate that housewives in this country should show some opposition to methods of electric cooking of electric cookers. He could not speak too enthusiastically. They do not fluctuate in temperature. The result obtained yesterday will be obtained today if the same conditions are imposed. He spoke of the sensibility of electric waves in the air and of the various methods of producing electricity, which were far from being uniform, and gave a wonderful account of the generating of electricity by the force of water. All were unanimous in their praise of the lecture.